Well, thank you for joining Wolf Game Theory today, as always, and just know nothing in the show is to be construed or interpreted as financial advice. Also, any guest of the show is not reflective of the opinions and or point of view of Wolf Game Theory and should be considered opinion. Thank you. Good morning, everybody out there on the farm. It's a beautiful day where I'm reporting here at the Wolf Game Theory. I am Layer Cake, and as always, I am joined by
Neil Bottle.
And by that noise, we all know it's Friday. So strap in and TGIF, everyone. Looking through the rankings, we've got a crazy scramble going on at the top. We've gotten quite used to the first four, but now I'm not used to any of it. We've got G Money holding down the top spot, followed by Real Crypto Coach Corey, and then it gets crazy. We're going to go with AJV. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, AJV. In third place.
Then
followed by Wongsworth. And then falling out of the top four is Panther QB, who has just taken a beating from the Real Crypto Coach Corey, who has made it his personal mission to ensure that Panther does not win this event.
Yeah.
After Panther, we have Johnny Moe, the Real Crypto Coach Corey number 2, who has fallen from grace, I must say. I feel like Corey.
I don't know. I think he's holding his own on the second team. I think it's still holding in there, considering. You know what I mean? It's tough.
I would love to look at that and just see if that's all his. Is that all his assets, and he's just planning a mass exodus right at the end?
No.
Just completely just flood that first team and just boom, like really make a giant step. Because we've seen the massive flooding of teams, with the V-Friends drop and with, the Fen DAO and things like that have caused people to sort of really sort of scurry to those teams, myself included.
Fen DAO nailed it. Like in terms of timing and everything, it all played out so well. In terms of even like I staked that Fen DAO and then they won the reward. Like I staked during the Wool event, So yeah, it's excellent. It's excellent for the teams. Something that I think is very interesting is that G Money now has one fortification.
I mean, him and Panther.
And Panther
as well, fortified.
Yeah.
And we were going to get into that with the moves. Let me finish out this top 5 here. Coming in at number 8 is Lord Fenrir, moving on up, like the Jeffersons, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We then have Woolish 1026 again, who is falling a little bit from grace. Friends 721, just some guy who is just some team, really, kind of just hanging out in the game. We then have the Shamdu, Corey's Lackey, the Anonymous team, scooped up from last place to be swapped with Malcode, and we just assume that that's because Malcode and the Anon team has basically subjugated themselves to attacking for other teams, I believe. Looking at the history of moves, we look at Malcode, the Anon, or the Mercenary for Hire attacked Woolish 1026. I'm going to say that's a
person. Yeah,
we'll look at that in a moment. We have G Money and Panther and Wongsworth and AJ, 4 fortifications in a row. So we had some really hot. This was a hot war for a moment. We had people just barraging each other, just hitting. And now it seems as though everybody's planning for the next stage of their strategy, and that's fortification. Johnny Moe attacked the Real Crypto Coach. The Anon attacked Panther QB. Woolish, Fortified, and Crypto Corey attacked who else but Panther. So yeah, let's look at it. We talked about this several weeks ago about that middle of the pack, namely AJV down to Woolish 1026 and Lord Fenrir really supplying a lot of the action, and I believe that has lived up to expectation as far as what we discussed. There's been quite a bit of movement in that middle pack. What I didn't anticipate was the fall from grace of Panther. I did not expect him to fall that far that fast, and I didn't expect AJ to ascend that quickly, but wow. I mean, really.
Yeah, no, Panthers retreated a little bit, and you know, he might have an opportunity because he still has great production, to kind of build on his fortifications now. Something I want to highlight is that this weekend, going till Sunday, if you stake with G Money, you will receive something, a reward of some variety. 20,000 wool or 20, one sheep or a wolf or, you know, an asset as such. But yeah, and wool is cheap. So it's a lot cheaper than it was when the Gary V drop kind of was hinted at and that sort of stuff. And then we seen what that done in the spaces to wool.
And wool too is down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So your 20k wool is a lot cheaper than it was to stake with AJ or Johnny Moe that time, you know, and the assets as well. You know, you can snipe a sheep under 1 ETH at the moment.
Wow, really? That's amazing.
And actually, speaking of that, Brian DeSanto got an unbelievable wolf. He got like a
really?
Yeah, he got like a skeleton Alpha 6, I think, and yeah, snipe that stuff for a great price. Yeah.
Whoa! Look at that. That is beautiful. Eyes closed. Where's that skeleton eyes? Wow.
Yeah.
It almost looks like the Game of Thrones, the Night King.
It almost has
that kind of feel to it. Wow, good job, Brian.
I think there's some serious lore to come in terms of Game of Thrones. There's so many lines up with the crowns and, you know, and I think G Money leans straight into that with his Wolves of the North, you know, like I'm bullish on that kind of lore idea to follow in the main game. Because I love the secret society chains that the Wolves have. That's always been my ambition, and I know someone scooped up an unbelievable deal on one of them recently, and I was very jealous. But go on.
Yeah, I was just going back to what you were saying about G Money before. So there's a prize for those who are going to stake with G Money, and they have until Sunday. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Sunday.
Wow. Okay. And it's some sort of prize. We don't know what it is. I mean, I imagine it'll be a reward. Web.
100%. Yeah. Look, G Money's rewarded fans and stuff before with the likes of POAPs. He doesn't have his own collection, I don't think, and so. But yeah, like I think
you could have claimed the Adidas with a G Money, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
As we learned today, the Adidas is now partnering up with the Gucci for another situation, which will be pretty exciting. So, yeah, lots of value in this game that's being. I mean, would you have imagined, like way back when we all used to hang out in the voice chat and shoot the shit? Could you imagine that we would be getting V friends and
G Money somethings and I was pushing it down in the early days, because look, it's great, and this is the building time. This is look at that chart, like we're on the up and up now. So we just have to see if we break this next resistance, because I was worried that if we broke down, we hit 8 cent a few times, once or twice, and we're back up at 15 now, which would have been an amazing trade. I was worried that if we broke below that, we were in that very low 4 to kind of 2 cent range again, which I would have been massively accumulating, but I didn't quite want it to happen because it's just it wouldn't have been good.
It's hard to buy on the way down. And obviously we're gonna chalk this one up to the recent events in Ukraine and the extreme volatility that entered into the market with that invasion.
I know, yeah.
Also, thoughts and
And like
prayers.
on that
Thoughts and
note,
prayers.
like we want to stay, we're trying to just stay positive, but like what's going on is it's absolutely horrendous, horrific, and it's a very worrying time in the world. And I just want to shout out to anybody in the Wolf Game community, and I know we do have members. I don't know
Absolutely.
if they want to be highlighted, but you
Thoughts and
know,
prayers.
yeah, exactly. We're there for you, and shout out to people who have been looking out for our Wolf Game family.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Johnny Moe
Yeah,
and Panther and some of the other people who have actually raised money to send to the people who are affected in the Ukraine currently. So I just want to say that, again, one of those things that we could have never imagined in our wildest dreams back in the day, shooting the shit that wool could be used to provide aid to people in need in times of war and suffering. So I was pretty proud of being part of the community at that point.
yeah, and so was I. I really was. I think it was a moment, and yeah, it made me proud. And
But
on
yeah,
that,
I think, going back to wool just for a second, I think that, obviously that dip was attributed not to the fundamentals of wool itself, but to the overall market sentiment that sort of dragged down everything from Bitcoin to wool, pretty much. But we see a bounce pretty healthy, and I would say almost this bounce is amazing, amazingly healthy. You know what I mean? Like to go
yeah,
and just bounce like that right back up to 15 cents just shows the strength of this currency that we're about to use in great lengths within this game. What's this you got going on here? You ready for whiskey time here?
yeah. So,
Just
cheers.
congratulations.
But no, I want to give a shout out to a project that I've joined as a community advisor, and I've been always aimed at the space in a kind of whiskey guise. I've always had an interest in whiskey and know that there's a crossover here. And I just want to give a shout out to Mason Moon because it's very interesting. There's going to be some cool lore, and there's going to be some kick-ass whiskey. And I can say firsthand that I know the whiskey is going to be kick-ass. So yeah, it's a cool project. The art is kick-ass. It's really like I love my particular favorite. Oh, it's only in the Discord. That's a pity. Is the particular different caps that they have. It's really cool.
Yeah, I saw the night ones.
Here we go, the stoppers. Yeah, some of them are cool. I love little details like that, There's a lot of effort has been put into every aspect of this, like, so that's just to give you an idea. And you will get a physical bottle that matches up.
Oh, no way.
Well, it will be at a much later date, and all the liquids will be the same in the bottle, but there's going to be manufacturing of everything.
And so are these, if I could just pick your brain for just a moment.
Oh, for sure.
So are these bottles sort of like reusable decorative bottles? So when you finish the whiskey inside, you'll be able to refill it with, say, like another type of scotch or, something like that? Or is it something that is, is that going to be a use case for it, you think?
Absolutely. If you want to open it, I'd imagine a lot of people won't want to open the bottles.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's a very, very good whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're talking about a 13-year-old single malt Scotch. I'm not too sure the mash bills and kind of more information, but I know it's a very high quality whiskey.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting, man. Are you excited about that?
Very excited, and I love to talk about whiskey. I know I'm going to do one of my famous Irish coffee nights in the Discord, so hopefully we can even get a few Wolf Game gang in there because it's a bit of fun. I can tell a whole history of the Irish coffee and how it emigrated around the world because of a particular event. So it's and I'll show you how to make a proper one.
Wow, yeah, these floor prices are looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Look at
Yeah.
that. A Gen 1 sheep you can get right now for underneath.
Yeah, yeah, and it had dipped even further there. Before because it's been a few days since we've had a show. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, like even look at the moment, you can pretty much get an Alpha 7 for the same price as an Alpha 5 Gen 1, an Alpha 7 Gen 1 for the same price as you can get an Alpha 5 Gen 0. And to me, no matter what the function in the game, Alpha 7, Alphas mean more than generation.
Right. Right.
And
Absolutely.
that is a nice Alpha there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's just above what isn't that just above what Brian paid for his? Did he pay
And that was an Alpha. That was a Generation 1 Alpha 6. You see, I really would like a Generation 6, an Alpha 6. I think that they're very aesthetic. Like, I like that crown more than the other crowns, personally. You know what I mean?
The tie. The one with the tie is the best.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah, yeah.
I like the cross eye. That's pretty cool.
I like this side eye is cool. I think my favorite trait with the wolves is the steezy eyes. You know, the beady eyes. They're like, there's none for sale.
Oh, yeah, I saw the pearl necklace one there on the second row. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. I don't know, that second one over the top, that's my cup of tea right
Yeah.
I like that.
Wow. Is that a Generation 0?
Also, I want to give a shout out before we get out of here to Metapunk.
Yeah. Oh,
he dropped
for
his 2222.
Let's have a look at that shit. Yeah.
Tokens. Those are pretty sweet. I got myself a Wolf Game one.
Yeah, no,
Right.
this is an extremely interesting project, and like I'm bullish on builders. You know, I'm bullish on people that have invested their time, energy, and personas into the space, and Metapunk is certainly one of those people. And I think if people like Metapunk, if you don't know who he is and don't go near this. But if you know who he is, if he's touched off you, if you've met him on your NFT journey in some way, have a look at the tickets. Have a look at the attributes on the tickets, and then make a decision if something there could appeal to you. I do know that he has said he wants to hold an event in 2 years' time, next year. In Portugal, and a lot of the tickets have physical aspects, and some of them have virtual ones as well. But do your own research, go in depth. I've told you where to look. For me, Web3 is the people you meet and the journey you go on, and
absolutely,
so far it's been extremely beneficial. And to me, Metapunk is someone that's extremely important on that journey, and hopefully will continue to be.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's been nothing but pretty awesome and positive in the space, not only for Wolf Game, but in the Web3 space as a whole. You know, the name Metapunk resounds in many a Discord. So, you know, I think that if you want to take a chance, and this seems like the kind of NFT that's going to be a relationship builder and an IRL sort of benefit. So if you want to make lifelong connections, lifelong friends with some really awesome people in the space, I think it's worth at least trying to join Discord and network with the people in there. I think you'd be very surprised at the people you meet and how easy and seamlessly it will be to...
I've been around for a while in this space, and before I uttered the word, I watched for a long time, and some of the people in that Discord are absolute OGs, and they want to be in there. So that says a lot to me.
Exactly.
But on that note, I think we'll wind it up, and
we'll try to have some guests on next week and see if we can dig some alpha out of the alphas.
and yeah, and maybe we'll do an old chat with Heist Game, which I'd like to do a bit of a chat with them, just me and you, and maybe get them on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. I'm down with that. That's an exciting project that's actually going to be launching soon. So
and playable. That's a major thing for me. Right. So, thank you and good luck and good night.
Good night.